When it comes to the former Luna Girls' solo career after they left Blockberry, Yves has the most appeal to me. She was already my bias in the group, so when I found out she was going solo, I was very excited. In celebration of Yves' recent comeback soap featuring Pink Panthers, I'm going to give my opinion on her discography thus far and her last 3 albums, starting off with her debut album Loop. On May 29th, 2024, Yves made her official solo debut with the EP Loop with the title track of the same name. I didn't know what to expect going into Yves' solo music or what she was going to do, and I was genuinely surprised, in a good way. The first track, Drama, I think that's how you say it, in my opinion is carried by the instrumental rather than Yves' voice, which isn't a bad thing. To me, this song gives off late-night drive in a high-tech world, a world where you're stuck in circles. The second track, Loop, aka the title track, amplifies the vibes of the first song. I know many people hate Little Cherry's rap, but I think it adds more flair and flavor to the song. Fun fact, the song was actually written by Pink Panthers, which reminds me of another song by Yves she would later feature on, foreshadowing for later in the video. This music video is super fun and I like the outfits Yves wears in it, particularly the blue dress. No pun intended, I had this song on loop after it was released. Moving on to the third track, Afterglow. Going from loop to this was a bit of a change. Afterglow has this guitar riff in it that the first 2 tracks didn't. It wasn't an unwelcome surprise though, and with your debut album, you're supposed to experiment. Yves' vocals don't overshadow the instrumental and both work together hand in hand to make this song work. My favorite part of this song is just Yves harmonizing, which tickles my brain. The last song on the EP is Goldfish, and of course we have to end a K-pop album with a ballad-centered song. No diss though. All jokes aside, the song isn't that bad, though it might be my least favorite song in the album. The other 3 songs had more personality to them and stood out in their own way. Goldfish is kind of basic to me, and the only thing carrying it for me are Yves' vocals. I'm going to be saying that quite a lot in this video, guys. Overall, this wasn't that bad for a debut album in the rebrand after Luna. This was probably my favorite debut out of all the Luna girls post the group. The album is pretty cohesive, especially for K-pop standards. My favorite song on the album would probably be Loop, and after that, Drama. I'm moving on to the deluxe version of I Did because it's basically the same as the previous album, just with 2 new added tracks on it. And the fact that this is considered a full album when it only has 7 tracks on it is crazy in my opinion, but I digress. Anyway, in this album, Yves leans more to her alternative and synth pop elements. In the title track, Viola, whatever, has a lot of synths within it and her voice being auto-tuned very high at the beginning. Or at least I think that's her voice in the intro. If it isn't, let me know in the comments. This is the type of song I feel should be in an 80s computer. If an 80s computer was a song, this would be it, but with a K-pop twist to it. I love the music video. The way it's shot is really amazing, and especially the graphics they added into it. It really is giving 80s computer and early 2000s core. The second track, Hashtag, is my favorite song on the album. The instrumental has a funky synth to it which makes me want to dance, and it reminds me of many gamecore elements with how it sounds. I know many people say that they don't like Hashtag, but I like it. Argue with the wall. Not just Hashtag, but all the songs on the album too have this sort of gamecore element to them. Whenever Yves sings the hook in Hashtag Affection, I feel goosebumps. Her vocals are truly amazing. The third track, Gone Girl, goes back to the guitar elements of Afterglow from her previous album. But in Gone Girl, the guitar is more relaxed. There's nothing in particular I like about the song. All I like about it is Yves' vocals and the guitar. When it comes to the fourth track, TikTok, I actually didn't like this song at all on first listen. I thought the instrumental was pretty wonky, but that could be said with Yves' other songs. Yves is pretty experimental with her instrumentals and her songs anyway. Nowadays, I can tolerate this song, but I'll never get used to it. It's wonky in a way that it reminds me of Sims background music. Minus the title track Viola, Dim is by far the most popular song on the album. The instrumental went viral online, which I understand why. It's very good. The song is one of many cases of the instrumental being better than the song, and the B-side overshadowing the title track in a K-pop album. I only listen to the instrumental rather than the song itself, and probably some of you guys watching this do the same. The instrumental scratches my eardrums in a way that I can't really describe, so just go listen to it for yourself if you haven't. If you know, you know. The next track, Bird, makes me feel like I'm up in the clouds. Within the clouds, there's peace and hope. I believe either us or Yves are the bird in the title, going up into the clouds. We still need to stay alive, as Yves says in the chorus. We're gonna break free soon and go up into the clouds. The last track, See You in Hell, wraps this album up with Yves talking about a former lover. She'll see this person in hell as the title entails, but once she's up in the clouds, she'll fall and go to hell where this person is about to be in 20 years. It's a bittersweet song to me. I like how honest the lyrics are. I can relate to them a lot. This was a great ending to this album, and I consider this one of the best albums of 2025 so far. On to the most recent album, and one of the things I love about this album and this comeback as a whole is the album cover, because I like the top Yves is wearing, along with her short black bob, which I think looks good on her. The phrase soft era is an oxymoron, which is when two words come together but have different meanings, like Beautiful Monster or Civil War as examples. Also, why is this classified as an album if there's only 6 tracks? You never fail to disappoint me, K-pop. Anyway, the pre-release and first song, White Cat, takes the game core elements to a different level. It generally feels like there's an error going on in the instrumental and the game keypads going off, along with the hard rock guitar. Yves is the white cat that she's singing about in this song. Though she is lost, nothing can be better than tonight, as she says in the lyrics. She's also free-spirited, like a cat, metaphorically. The title track, Soap, featuring Pink Panthers, is hyperpop at its finest. I've replayed the intro so many times because I find it very addicting. Yves sounds so good as always in this song, and I was really anticipating this collaboration between her and Pink Panthers. Pink's verse is solid and both of their voices sound amazing together. My only complaint is how short it is, but that's all. The next track, Ibo, I think that's how you say it, is the same genre as Soap, hyperpop. At least I think so. In Ibo, I feel like the instrumental eats Yves' voice up, and not in a good way. Whenever I hear it, I hear more instrumental than her voice. I can hear Brady's voice, and her verse fits well with the song. But other than that, I wish I got to hear more of Yves' voice. The fourth track, Do You Like It Like I Touch? Wow, that's a mouthful. When I first heard it, I thought it sounded similar to Ice Queen by Yves. At least the instrumental does. I kind of think that, but now I can distinguish the two songs. This song makes me feel like I'm underwater, and it's good to jam to at night or just have in the background. Yves barely does any singing in this song, which I think is a shame because I love her voice a lot. Next track is Study, and I thought this would be a good song to study to, now that school's starting, but I was wrong. The instrumental is all over a place, in a good way though. I can't tell if Yves' voice is high-pitched in this song, or if it's part of the instrumental. If you know, let me know in the comments. It's also the shortest song on the album, which is a shame. Lastly, we have Mom, which is more laid back compared to the other songs on the album. It kind of reminds me of Goldfish from her Loop album. Yves is mostly harmonizing in this song, and I'm not complaining. Yes, we love it when Yves harmonizes. This album is just as good as Yves' other albums, and I couldn't have come up with something better to fit Yves' career. My favorite song on the album is probably White Cat, with Soap in a close second. When it comes to K-pop idols having a cohesive sound, Yves is definitely at the top. In my eyes, she's proven herself a great soloist with a solid identity and concept. Seeing her come into her own after leaving Luna has made me very happy, and I can't wait to see what more she has in store for us music-wise in the future. Anyway, this concludes this video, guys. If you liked the video, please be sure to comment and like. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!